today's cup of coffee.
Cup of coffee.
We get to have some fun with this one.
We do.
It's like music is vital.
It is.
To me and youngest kid. Always has been.
It's a need.
It is a need. It is a need. And some of these people, that one dude that you knew that said he didn't like music, and I'm like,
yeah,
you're not human.
It shook me too. No, he's just autistic.
Is that what it is? And that he can't send the different vibrations and the frequencies of it?
Yeah, it just, none of it
Interesting.
just sounds right to him.
That's remarkably sad.
Not all autistic people are like that, but...
Now, I know different ones have got different, some as far as textures, tastes, smells. And it's not just people that are on the spectrum that have, little idiosyncrasies like that. Mm-hmm. So that's... But it kind of shooketh us.
Shooketh.
Yeah.
A little bit shooketh.
So, was going down rabbit holes. I don't even know what rabbit hole because I go down through so many in a day.
Which one?
Yeah. It's just like, oh, new stuff. Because that's where that moon in Gemini comes in. Mm-hmm. And so, I found an article, and I will put the link to this. This was from VH1. Is that still a thing?
Yeah, VH1 is still a thing. MTV is still a thing.
No shit? Do they have music?
No.
Well,
they don't play any music videos anymore.
Then it is not a thing. It's just worthless is what it is.
It's all reality shows. They don't play music videos anymore.
Oh, God. That is so disheartening. Anyhow, this was from 2015, June the 3rd, by Mike McPadden. And it was an article entitled Pint-Sized Powerhouses, the 10 Shortest Heavy Metal Gods. So I'm like, syndrome. Well, that's pretty damn cool. I hadn't thought about it. And so some of the ones that he has mentioned, I'm not. And what is weird, it's like, I apologize. I have pictures, intended to have pictures. And because that I am still trying to figure out what the hell to do with OBS, I didn't know how to resize the pictures. I'd have some of them that they were good size, and then the other ones were not. And it's just like, no. And so who we are featuring in this particular picture, that's Bruce Dickinson. That's from back in the day, because I went to the pictures from back in the day. Mm-hmm. Of Iron Maiden. Now, I got to see Iron Maiden in concert 2-3 times.
Reminder, I cannot see the photos right now. The screen is in front of her, not me.
Because you can come over here. It's like, he's only 5'6". Now, I am 5'5". And I actually did go, if I can find it, because I just was trying to get the pictures and didn't organize my literature properly, so it's like scrolling. The average height of men in the United States who 20 years and older is 5'9", and this comes from health.com. I'll put those in there. The average height for American women 20 years and older is 5'3.5". I'm actually above.
You're 5'5".
At one point I was. There is shrinkage as you age. It happens.
You're about 5'4" now.
I don't know. I think we need to get us a homemade rack and put it in the basement and stretch me back out.
We could.
So, and it's like, let me also say, we don't care if you tall, if you smile, if you skinny, if you not skinny. We loves you. Mm-hmm. It was just interesting to me. And the fact that when you see these people perform on stage, of course, you don't think about it. You just don't think about it because you've got all the lighting, you've got the electricity of an actual concert. Mm-hmm. And to think that this individual 1 inch taller than me. So that was pretty interesting. And if I can get my pictures to go the way that I want them to. No. Ronnie James Dio. And we're talking Rainbow in the Dark, man. Dio, just absolutely amazing.
How tall was he?
And it's what I've got to go down through here and find out now. He was shorter than me. He's 5'4".
What?
Yeah.
He's only 5'4"?
And what is interesting was that at one point he was in a band that was called Elf.
Why?
Because he's 5'4". He was, of course, his own band, Dio. He was with Black Sabbath.
Uh-huh.
He was with a band called Rainbow, and then, yes, Elf. And you would never...
Suiting.
Honestly.
Did he dress up?
I don't know. Maybe with the ears. I don't know. You can't see for the hair.
The ears with the hat. With the shoes.
And it's... Video really did kill the radio star. That was for real. Because some of these people, it was years before I saw actual videos of what they looked like. And it's just sort of pulling back the curtain.
Uh-huh.
And that's not always a good thing to do. Let them appear as the great and powerful Oz sometimes. We all need that illusion, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But I was kind of shocked. And this was during the hair metal bands. And
Prime
God
time.
love him. And where he was balding. And you know what? No one gave a shit. Because his voice is amazing. That's what it's all about at the end of the game. It's about the voice.
Yep.
So it doesn't matter. Other than just a point of interest, to sit there and go, this is odd. I never knew that. And let's see if I can get it to go. Now, this one here is Lars Ulrich.
The what?
Is the drummer for Metallica.
Okay.
Also known as being a very outspoken ass. Seriously. So it did not surprise me that he got a little bit of short man syndrome going on there. And let me we'll give you on this. And it was interesting because in some of the statistics, in the average, that was the U.S. average that I gave to people, it does vary by region. And that the Norse people have a tendency, their average was like 6 foot tall. And the women, I think the average there was like 5'7".
Dang.
So, yeah, that's pretty
Short
cool.
people.
Yeah.
Kind of short.
Well, no, those people, no, those are the tall people.
Those are the tall people?
The ones that in the Nordic countries, yes.
Averaging at 6 foot?
Yes, where the average for America is 5'7".
Sorry, I figured that. I thought that was like,
or 5'9",
that's
right?
the cap. That's the cap for there.
No. And Lars is 5'6". And even in this article, they said that the term Napoleon complex is now largely derided as taboo when discussing not tall hotheads. So it's not just me, because he has had a long history of being a difficult person.
Most short people do.
I wonder what that is. And it's not all of them,
They're
but short
insecure.
man syndrome is a thing. I didn't go into the psychology of this.
They're insecure.
Is it? Is that what it is?
I think so. I feel like I'm short. I can't reach shit. I can't reach anything, and I'm a man.
And who we've got on the screen right now, let me tell you something. This individual does not have any kind of an ego, anything on this. And AC/DC, oh my God. And that is Angus Young. I've got to see them 3 or 4 times in concert. One of them mooned us. I've seen his little non-ass. 5'2".
He's short. I mean, you can just look at him on the music videos and stuff like that and be like, he looked like Damien. He about Damien height.
Well, that little schoolboy outfit that he has worn for years.
Damien.
And it just absolutely amazing. There has never been another band like AC/DC. Never will.
Never.
So he was just adorable. And then we had, as far as Bon Scott, we'll get to Bon here in just a minute. And as far as Brian Johnson, he my size. He 5'5".
Brian Johnson?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And his little go to hell cap. That's what Daddy always called that type of hat, is little golf caps. And
the little go to hell cap.
I think they're newsboy caps or something is the actual term for them.
Hellboy caps.
And then on the next one, if I can find, like I said, I did not have all my ducks in a row tonight, not like I normally do. And I skipped some of them in the article because I'm sorry, I'm not into Cradle of Filth. I really am not.
I don't even know. Who is that?
Cradle of Filth that's when you get into some of that death metal, and it's just total screamo, and it's just all it does is frustrate me. I don't know.
Those death metal people, there's not something right with them. There's something not right with them, because like if you're like that damn death metal band that literally saw their band member dead, it was like, oh, that would make a great album cover.
No shit.
Shot himself. Brain spilled out all over them. They made it their album cover.
You're right. There's something not right with those people on that. It's just, no.
Those who know who the band are, you know.
No. Celtic Frost back in the day, that did it in for me. And it was a don't go there. And so I didn't. Picture right now, I loved this man. I still love this man. And that is Bon Scott, the original singer of AC/DC.
Mm-hmm. Every single time you see his face, you're like, look at his little face. Look at that
little face.
At it.
And he reminds me of our beloved Blue. I don't know why, but Blue reminds me of Bon. I don't know. Blue, honey. I've told him that for years. Yeah, because I loved Bon. He was adorable. And it just... He actually was taller. He was 5'8".
Okay.
And he could play the bagpipes.
That's the average height that's one of the average heights for men.
Yeah. So it was interesting. And the more I have studied about that, for years there was the myth of how Bon died. But if you go back and really look into it and listen to it, that he was found dead in somebody's car, I really believe it. Somebody either killed him or allowed him to die.
And that's a tragic thing.
Oh my God, it was a tragic thing. It was just a totally tragic thing. But he was just that. I go back and I still listen to, as far as the album TNT. High voltage. I mean, just incredible stuff. And it had that, they were doing that nice bluesy element to it at that point, which was really, really good. The song Jailbreak, that is just an incredible, it's one of my favorites. There's a lot of them that's my favorites. But he was just cheeky, and he was adorable, and and just have missed him all these years. This man right here, this was the one that my soul wept a little bit. This is Ivan Moody. Now, I have been on a 5-finger death punch for a while. Because his voice is unlike anything else.
Right.
Just, and some of the lyrics that just rip you apart because they're real. He's been very open about his struggle with alcoholism and that he's doing so much better now. And he's 1 inch taller than me. He's 5'6". And I guess it's one of those that when you view these people as larger than life you think they really are, and that may not be so. And we're not trying to discredit these people.
It's just shocking. It's
way.
Like, you do expect them to be like a certain way that you imagine them or whatever.
Yeah. Our next one, this one, God, this is Glenn Danzig. If you've never heard the album Lucifuge, that was great. He was the lead singer for the Misfits.
Oh.
And Danzig got in, he lost his rabbit-assed, he lost his rabbit-assed mind somewhere along the line.
Breaks of evil.
He got into some really nasty occult stuff. I mean, bad. He's only 5'4".
That's why he got that short man syndrome bad.
If you go, look up the video, Her Black Wings. Oh my God, he looked like something out of Conan. I mean, he was just ripped, and you think, damn, he just massive. And it's shorter than me. Shorter than me.
That's what it was. You know, He-Man.
Mm-hmm.
All muscular, and you know he was short, man. He's a short man. He probably about 5'2".
What is that He-Man saying? The meme?
I say, hey,
yeah, that's disheartening. But there was a video that somebody had made of Danzig, and it's a few years old. For whatever reason, there was a pile of bricks in his yard, and he was going out and literally cussing the bricks. And
he must have been going through some shit, because to take your frustrations out on the bricks.
It's like, but it's one of those, if you burn your bridges, this is why, do not get into the occult. Do not.
Like, he lost his rabbit-ass mind. You've heard me talk about Azalea Banks many a time. She does brujeria.
What is that?
That is darker than voodoo and voodoo.
Oh, none of that. So don't
voodoo
be
and voodoo.
None of that shit.
That is
none of it.
Brujeria. Nuh-uh. That is black magic. She showed her chicken sacrificing closet. Literally, that's why she's not canceled. She can say all this shit.
It'll catch up with her.
Just people turn a blind eye.
No, it'll catch up with her. It just ain't caught up
with
her.
But that explains why this is going as far as it is.
Well, and the thing is, she's encouraging other people to do it. They see the success or the supposed success. They're not, like I said, it's always one of those, the price is always too damn high.
But literally nobody's speaking like her. When people be speaking like her, they are into some black magic shit.
Well, it's like that. This is not a time to be playing. It's never a time to be playing with that, but especially not now. Time too short. Next one of my favorites, Alice Cooper. And this was from the video of Poison, and whoever did the videos during that period of time, my God, the man has never looked better in his life. They made him look good. And I wish I had gone back and had gotten that razor fist quote that he used that time. He said, the key to aging well is to not be attractive to begin with.
Yep.
It was something like that. Alice is not a pretty thing, but it's an essence. Oh my God, it's an essence on that. Now, he is not a short man. Let me go scroll. He's 5'9" to 5'10".
Okay.
And like I said, he still puts on one hell of a concert.
Yeah.
So we were
best concert.
We were thrilled. Yeah. That we got to go.
It's a whole theatrical show.
It is.
It's incredible.
It is. It's not. That was his whole thing. It's performance art. Then our next little dude, and that is Ozzy.
Yes.
And I will say this: I was going through there, and as far as picking pictures, because how people looked then is not how they look today usually.
Right.
Except for Ozzy. And of course he's aged But Ozzy has not aged poorly.
No, he's aged actually pretty gracefully.
Yeah.
But he's also a low-key man in real life.
His concerts were great. It was just him walking up and down the stage singing. That's all that we expected. It was just an awesome... I saw him 2 or 3 times too.
Now, like, currently, he's a low-key man now.
Yeah, God love him. And as far as the Parkinson's and stuff. And people online act surprised when somebody gets old.
Yeah.
Why?
Because it jars their imagination.
It's the reality that it will someday happen to them.
That too.
And it's like there's nothing wrong with aging. It
Unless
beats
you're younger
the alternative.
Unless you're younger and then look like you're in your 50s.
Well,
like poor dude, Gen Z.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
like 2 years older than me.
Yeah.
2 years older than me.
Yeah, there's
He'd
something
be
going
looking
on
like
with those kids. There's really something bad going on with those kids. But Ozzy is not a short man. He's 5'9" to 5'10". There was a little bit of some of these. It depended on what you looked at. There was a little discrepancy on some of the. So
compared to he's not a short man. Compared to someone that's 6 foot and up.
Well, we ain't got there yet.
Yeah,
He's
that's
average.
true.
He's average.
It's true.
This man here, and I'm glad that I don't have the cats. It's Corey Taylor. There's this little thing that you have to do. It's like Corey Taylor.
Yeah, you got to do the little flaily hand thing.
Yes,
It's like
yes.
the fangirl hands. That's what it is.
He is one of the few.
You got to get into it like it's Corey Taylor.
He is one of the few individuals that I will do that with. And if you're not familiar with him, damn, he can do just about anything. He is the lead singer of Slipknot. And there was a reason as far as the masks and stuff. And he's an incredible musician, but he's also gone through an incredible amount of trauma. And that he has been open enough to work out some of his issues and allow other people to see the process in hopes that they can get help.
Yes.
But a remarkably talented man. Now, he's on the shorter side. He's 5'7" to 5'8". So, I thought that was pretty interesting.
I mean, that's not too short.
No, it's not. It's really not. And in our next one, I had to include Ville Valo. Because speaking of the Nordic peoples, Ville Valo was the lead singer for the group HIM. H-I-M. And it's like,
Great band.
My God, it's just amazing vocals. Incredible. And he went through a period of time as far as addiction, and we thought he was going to die. He was skeletal. It was frightening to watch. He is 6'1", but he is doing so much better now. He is healing. And I had watched a video recently where he was watching his earlier videos, and he was talking about, he's like, I was beautiful. And he was one of those, he's got a more of an effeminate type face. It's sort of an androgynous face. He doesn't now, but it's like, this is 20, 30 years later.
Yeah.
And to sit and the gratitude and the grace that this man has, and the lyrics on their songs, just incredible. So gothic, and so you got that dark element, that dark romantic element to it, and it's just like, if you ain't goth, you ain't gonna appreciate it.
Nope.
But he's
Good
just
music.
It really, really, those who know, and just grateful that he did not leave this world and that he's healing. And
Yep. May blessings be on him.
absolutely, Blackie Lawless. Oh my God. And there was a really good picture of Blackie Lawless that I got.
I can't see it right now.
No, it's all right, because he photographed really well. And lead singer of Wasp. Damn, he was pretty. He was pretty. Now, he is not. I was shocked to find out that he's 6'4". So I wanted to go see them in concert
Like a tree.
so bad
Like a
back in the
tree.
day, back when they were throwing raw meat into the crowd. I did, and I didn't get to go see them.
Aw.
And then the guitarist, and it was Chris Holmes. He was 6'6".
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah. And that they both survived those days, the 80s. Any of those rockers from the 80s, if they survived, that's honorable.
It is.
Incoming coffee slurp. But he just, and blackies like myself, it's just like, damn, he don't look like he did back then. Some people do not, some of us don't age well. But anyhow.
Oh.
But he's still doing.
Yeah, he's still doing.
He's got a degree in political science. Just because somebody is in a band does not mean that they're stupid. If they're in a successful band, usually they can't be stupid.
Yeah,
Well, it used to be I don't know. Now, I think it's just still a matter of selling your soul. I don't know.
But then again, right now, what the mass majority is listening to is not real music.
No, it's studio. It's studio. And we've got, this was going to be, this little dude. Joey Ramone. And God love him. Somebody needed to throw that youngin' a cracker.
I don't know what Joey Ramone looks like.
He looks like anorexia is what he looked like. He was 6'6". And skinny. I mean, he just, that child, somebody needed to,
So he's not just a regular tree. He one of those skinny, sad trees.
The Ramones were not,
Charlie Brown tree.
as far as, like, he was not pretty. No, God love him. But
Charlie
there was
Brown tree.
nobody else, nobody else like the Ramones. Sheena is a punk rocker. Mm-hmm. You know, you've got Blitzkrieg. Let's see, what was it? No, it was the Cretan Hop, I think was one of them. There's so many. It's just fun. American punk rock, they did it better than anybody. Some of the other ones ended up trying to do all this political stuff. No, they just had fun with it.
Yeah.
Good stuff. And then last up, oh my God, Peter Steele. Peter Steele was incredible.
Now he's the tallest out of all of them, isn't he?
He was 6'8".
Yeah, so literally you had to tilt your head up to look at him. You would have had to tilt your head up.
And he was
just be like, oh.
The lead singer for Type O Negative.
Yep. Black number one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just all kinds of good stuff. Totally goth. A lot of the songs are really sad.
They are. You have to be in a mood for their
You do.
stuff.
You do. Because he had some issues with depression.
And some?
Yeah.
Some?
He had a bit of a substance abuse problem, and at one point he had been incarcerated. Mm-hmm. So here you had this 6'8" man, long, straight, black hair, vampire fangs. He said that the other inmates left him alone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see why. Mm-hmm. But there was also some kind of a genetic something with him that, as far as with the, height and different things like that, and it could have contributed to that. It's just another one. When he passed, it was totally tragic. Not unexpected, but tragic.
Yeah.
So, I guess that would be, the long and the short of it?
I wonder if people like that are that tall, how do they function? Like, how do they function with the little people?
I wouldn't
like us?
know. They wouldn't have to. I'm not above borrowing people in the store, and it's like, hey, reach that for me if you will.
I mean, they can see over
Well,
the aisles.
I will play the little old lady card when necessary.
Yeah.
Excuse me, young man.
Could you get this down for me? I can't reach it.
But no, I really can't reach it, so I don't have the alternative. But it's such an incredible thing, and music is so incredible, and that's one of the things as far as, doesn't matter that these people, that you had some of them that was 5'2", and stuff like that. The talent, that was what it was about. Mm-hmm. That's what it's supposed to be about now.
Yeah, I mean, larger than life. That doesn't require height. That requires personality.
Absolutely, it certainly does. And it's just like, as far as Joey Jordison, and he was with Slipknot, and he recently passed away. He was one of the drummers. He was only 5'3", but there was also a lot of problems and stuff that he had, psychological, drug and alcohol. If somebody's got a drug and alcohol problem, they've got a psychological issue going on that's not being properly treated.
That's true.
Each and every time. They are co-occurring conditions. But, and that's just like, as far as the females in the music industry, oh, geez, that's a total different can of worms. We'll not go down there, because I just wanted to have fun with this one. Mm-hmm. Because I had studied some rough stuff today, and I thought, this is just fun. This is just fun.
This was. So,
final thoughts?
Tree. As I am saying that, I'm looking up. Imagine someone that tall just being like,
Yeah. Yeah.
And no, I'm 5'10", 5'11". Mm-hmm. So I ain't short. But to be in the presence of someone taller than me, it's
intimidating.
Yeah,
it can be intimidating.
They stand over you.
Yeah, yeah. So it's interesting. It's people's reactions to other people and to themselves, and that's what I do, is study those things, just to ponder. Mm-hmm. Gives me something to do.
Yeah.
So if you've had experiences with paranormal or supernatural encounters with UFOs, aliens, cryptids, smile rockers, tile rockers of all sizes, shapes, colors, and in-betweens, you can give us an email. Send us an email, cupofcoffeewithscream@gmail.com. That's in the description box, as will the link to the article. And, let us know if, and I know this was not an exhaustive list. My God, I could have gone on forever, because music, it's music.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And if you like this video, don't forget, music makes the world go round.
Mm-hmm. Truly does.
Don't forget to like, share, comment, and most of all, subscribe, and click that notification button for daily notifications of our daily uploads. Thank you all. Have a good... Yes.
Know that you're loved.
Mm-hmm.
And Lord willing, we'll see you on the next cup.
Yes.
Bye.
Yeah.